sucker first day it comes out.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? But Afterlife, there's one thing that Afterlife did that did piss me off too.
What?
They had Tig from Sons of Anarchy in Afterlife, and I'm thinking, please do a Sons of Anarchy reference. Do one. I don't care. I just want to hear him say one thing, one motorcycle reference, and I will be happy. Never did, and I'm like, you fucking assholes! You bastard! You dare not use anything from Sons of Anarchy to reference? Fuck you, director. Fuck you, writers. Not even remotely doing that. That just pissed me off. I was like, dude, say like. I wanted to say like the scene where he's rescue transformed into that giant monster. I wanted him to say, "I should have been a biker," and then die, because then I would just been laughing if he had said that.
It's like, was that the same film that had Lyndon Ashby in it, who played Johnny Cage, or was that from Extinction?
That's from Resident Evil Afterlife.
What I mean, I'm talking about
The actor?
the actor Lyndon Ashby.
I forget his name. I don't know his name by heart, but he plays Tiggs in Sons of Anarchy. And if you know anything about, if you've watched Sons of Anarchy, then you know what the joke is. You know him playing. You know that was him being in Resident Evil. That you wanted to hear a biker reference, because I think it would have been funny if he actually put one in, but they didn't, and I was kind of pissed.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't care for or even enjoy Afterlife. The only thing positive about that, well, a slim positive, was that, well, Wesker did a pretty good job fighting. Granted, it was the same old, Alice is the only, what's the word I'm making of, competent character.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had Chris, you had Claire, getting their asses whooped in 5 seconds.
What I found funny, though, the whole situation is just when I saw Chris, I'm like, oh god, they're throwing characters in the game now. Jay, you're you're about 4 movies late for that one, pals. So it just kind of pissed me off. They started throwing all these characters into the game. We're gonna throw this character in and this character in now. It's like, why? You've already butchered the series enough, Paul W. Anderson, jackass. You don't need to anymore. So
I really don't get why Storm's thinking what pissed me off 710 saw this film. I mean, did they go into it because they wanted to see it, or did they buy Anderson's claim that he went to listen to the fans? Because I mean, I can see why Stormsick would see it, because hey, it's got Resident Evil characters in there. I mean, seriously, I mean, I can't stress this enough. Stormsink, you should have asked for your money back. I mean, look at the track history with Paul. He fucked up on the first one, fucked up on Apocalypse, fucked up on Extinction, fucked up on Afterlife, and he really fucked up on Retribution. Basically, I like to call them Paul Anderson giving the fans the middle finger part this, because that's basically it. Him giving the real fans the middle finger.
Yeah. They should just change the names from Resident Evil to Look at My Hot Wife.
Yeah, because that's basically, I mean, the only watchable films that involved Amelia was when she was in a sexy getup or, well, naked. Granted, she's done some good films in the past. Like I liked her in Cuffs with Christian Slater. She was good in that film. And let's see, what else? Dazed. I think she was in Dazed and Confused. I'm not sure, but she has been in some good films. But it starts to raise questions that, are the films that she's being in these days.
You guys can play Xbox or Wii if you want.
Wait.
Oh, nothing. I'm just letting them know they could play 360 or Wii or anything. I didn't care right now.
Okay. Because some of the films that she's been lately have been directed by Paul Anderson. Excluding Resident Evil, she was in a Three Musketeers type movie. and I think Paul Anderson directed that. I mean, is she only getting gigs because of her husband?
Her husband and her body. But
Yeah.
I will say this. The Resident Evil films are a little bit, and I mean this is just a tiny, small, so small you can't even see it. They're a little bit better than House of the Dead, the movie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
House of the
And let's not forget with Retribution. Paul raped the aliens. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The whole daughter aspect, fake daughter, getting captured by a liquor, and instead of the liquor killing the little girl,
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
cocoons. Yeah, I heard that she got cocooned. Why would a liquor cocoon a little girl?
A wizard did it.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It's like, yeah, and how would Alice know that the little girl was alive? Well, how did Alice know? Sign language? I mean, there's a lot of questions that are left open to the audience, and none of them make any sense at all. I mean, if Wesker was really a good guy, then before he even fought Alice in Afterlife, I want to say, hey, put his hands up, hey, yo, wait up, hold a sec, we're on the same side here. I'm not your enemy. Why didn't he do that in Afterlife?
Well, I mean that also is majorly fucked up on the whole, because in the games Albert Wesker is a villain. He's a he's a villain, and I mean it's like in general it's a law of it's royally fucked up and it just makes no sense. So I'm just kind of like, okay, people, yeah, I'm kind of getting fed up with this shit.
Yeah, so it can be both. It can be viewed both as a continuity error and, well, I guess you could call it double continuity error because, continuity error because Wesker's a villain in the Resident Evil franchise. He's not a good guy, and it contradicts the prior film, Afterlife, because if he's really a good guy, then he wouldn't be trying to have Alice killed and have her friends killed, and I think I heard that he's president of the United States at the end of this film. He's in the White House with Alice, gives her abilities back. Furthermore, how can she still be doing the things that she does in the prior films? Well, excluding Afterlife, since a large chunk of the film she's powerless, but she's still doing the things she does.
I don't know. I mean, it's just nothing with this film. It's a lot of bullshit. I mean, this and House of the Dead. But House of the Dead, I still like a lot of what people have done with that film of showing like 10 things I learned watching House of the Dead. Zombies will grope you. Instead of you, they'll grope your ass. Oh, and wells are the enemy. Because one chick, for a random reason, takes a fucking grenade and throws it in the water. Further in the well. For whatever reason, she felt like doing that.
Yeah. At least Corey from Spill.com summed up Alice in one description. My name is Alice. I don't have any what's the word? Any redeeming qualities. I have nothing to do with the games, but I fucked the director, so I get to be in this movie.
Pretty much. Yeah. So Resident Evil, I just reboot the fucking franchise and I'll be happy.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'll be happy with a reboot for Resident Evil 0 with Billy Cohen and Rebecca Chambers, or the original involving the mansion.
Well,
but for the love of God, please let this be the last one.
Yeah. Hopefully it will. But anyway,
I hope it bombs. Well, no. Technically, at this point, it's already made its money back.
God.
Yeah. Thanks to the the foreign market.
Oh, wait, the people in other countries actually watched it too? What the hell's wrong with them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, that's not a good... No, wait. These are the same people who like disaster movies, so it doesn't surprise me.
Well, let me pull it up and find out what the exact numbers are.
But, oh god, I'm just really fed up with this fucking franchise. At this point, I just, don't care.
It's pretty much like Saw. After Saw 3, I don't know. Saw 4 was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. Didn't like the Saw 4, so I'm like, screw it. I'm not seeing any more Saw films in theaters, and I didn't.
Well, to be honest, to me, it was really the way Saw franchise is for me. It's this way. Saw 1 is crap. I think the whole premise is really fucking stupid because it doesn't really explain anything. It's just like you find out at the end that this guy's actually the one doing everything. It's like, and the reason he's got a brain tumor. I'm like, really? So you're killing people because you have a brain tumor? Okay, then, sure, pal. Whatever.
I think the explanation of that was, well, I mean, not because of a brain tumor. He has some kind of a cancer, and he tries to. Well, one thing is, he tried to commit suicide, and he failed at it. So that sort of explained. That was sort of the backstory of why he wanted to test people.
Then I saw 2, and then 2 made more sense. I'm like, okay, that makes more sense. You couldn't have done that in 1, you fucking jackasses. Really? You had to do it this way? And then I saw Saw 3. Sorry, I saw Saw 3, and was like, you know what? This is fine. I take this in. This is a way you can close the series out without any problems. No, they have to No, they decide to make a 4th one. I'm like, well, why? You don't need to. You've wrapped up everything. There's no need for a 4th one.
Yeah, because I mean, the 4th one, I was like, what the hell? I mean, there's more questions in this than answers, because there's very little descriptions answered from the prior film, and after that, it just basically it went from having a good story and a twist ending to just senseless violence and no plot. I mean, they're just giving up excuses to extend Tobin Bell's appearance and give a more backstory, if you will, for him. Like, it wasn't just the cancer alone. They had to give some bullshit explanation that, the reason why he did this is because some drug user that his wife was trying to help, and at the time she was pregnant, he rushed out of the building, the free clinic or whatever it's called, and as he's bolting out the door smacks her stomach, and she has a miscarriage. So he goes ape shit and decides, fuck him. I'm gonna, put this guy in this test and go from there. And divorces his wife and dies from cancer and has these apprentices to carry on his work. I mean, they kept dragging it on to where the ending was predictable. I mean, people from after Saw 2 were saying, Dr. Gordon's got to be behind this, And lo and behold, at the end of the last Saw movie, he's the guy who's working with Jigsaw. I'm like, predictable. Even I was saying, yeah, Gordon.
At this point, I was like, I think after 4, I was like, it was okay. I was surprised who was helping Jigsaw at the end there. I was kind of surprised by that. So I was like, okay, 4, I can tolerate. 5, I was like, this is fucking stupid. Because you saw the twist coming a fucking mile away what they're doing. It's like, wow, this isn't a hard twist. 6 was just kind of like, okay, I don't care anymore. It's like, Jigsaw's apprentices seem to be nothing more than a bunch of douchebags, but yet somehow we're supposed to care for them. So, okay,
and